All right, there we go. Now we're cooking. Randy McCaney out there with a 127.033. And you got Austin Hunn there in second place with a 127.055. As warm-up comes to an end, qualifying has ended. We'll get our grid here in just a moment. All right, starting out there on pole is Mark Nelson. In second is Travis Roberto. In the row number 2, that's going to be starting in third is Chase Metzko with Austin Hunn there in fourth. Randy McCaney there in fifth with Patrick Warwicks there in sixth. Robert Milbrath there in seventh with Jamie McArthur starting there in eighth. In row number 5, Ignacio Arroyo there in ninth with Ryan Peters rolling off in 10th. And Joseph Spillman rolls off tonight in 11th in that number 50 with Michael Leminsk there in the number 8 rolling off in 12th. And that is your field tonight. Just 12 drivers taking on the GT3s here tonight. We do have them coming down the straightaway here. Waiting for the start. You see the start lights there on the corner of your screen. Now we get set for the start of this race. There we go. Green flag. Or no, I'm sorry. I thought we were getting green flag condition there. Alrighty, here we go. Getting ready for the start. Mark Nelson out there in front in that number 86 machine. Travis Roberto there in the 777. Here comes Chase Matsko there in that number 66. Coming here as we're here from Indianapolis Road Course. We're in for a great look here tonight. Everybody rolls here through the corners. Travis Roberto, pace car is off. We're getting ready for the green flag. They come here off of the final corner, head down the front stretch. Green flag is in the air. There goes your start lights. They are lit. We are green flag racing down here in the corner number 1, which is our right-hand corner here tonight. Unlike where they're running the opposite direction of what I'm used to here at Indianapolis. We head on here in the corner number 1 here tonight. Real tight right-hand corner heading into the infield. Then you got the left-hand turn right here heading back. You got Travis Roberto out there in front. Mark Nelson there in second. Austin Hunt sitting here in about 4th, about to get past here for 5th. As that 75 of Jamie MacArthur has worked it down there on the inside as they whirl down here through off of the corner and through and off. Here comes Travis Roberto, and we got one in trouble. That is the 45 of Robert Milbrath, losing it and spinning around here. He ends up. We also got the 5 of Ryan Peters spinning around, coming here off the corner. So we got to be real careful with the throttle control here tonight as they work through the chicane here. Back around here, heading on towards the back stretch it looks like here. Heading back out here through the turn 3 and 4 of what would be 1 and 2 of the NASCAR circuit. Now they come back here into the center again. Wait, we just made a lap, didn't we? Oh man, I'm not seeing what's going on here. You guys aren't either. Interesting. There we go. Now we got some things up. Might help us put a map up too. That might help us, right? There we go. There we go. Now we work down here in the corner number 1. After coming across the stripe here through 2, up through 3. Travis Roberto here on lap number 2 is your leader. Chase Matsko back here in 3rd. Roll on down through here, and then we got Jamie MacArthur there in the 75. Austin Hunt there in 5th. Here comes Ignacio down here in 6th. He rolls off of the corner, heading down there across the start-finish line. Or, I'm sorry, not the start-finish line, through the center of the infield as they work here off the corner. Now I get a better idea of how this track's laid out. I can see kind of how we're running here. Now we come here into that corner of the NASCAR turn 2, coming off here. Down there on the infield apron of it. Up there onto the racetrack portion, back down here into the infield once again. Loop around here, off the final corner, heading into the final corner, I should say, of the straight. Milbrath is in the pit still. They had Chase Matsko there. Rolling off. And here we see Austin Hunt in that number 15 working there tonight. Up there trying to get up to Jamie MacArthur as we roll down here into corner number 1. Real tight racing up here for the lead as they head down here into corner number 1 and 2. And we get that real sharp right-hander down there into the sharp left-hand turn. Back out there into that section coming off there. Ignacio working up here to Austin Hunt. Hunt in that 4D sponsored machine. Up the corner, down here through the center of the infield, down here through that straightaway. Looking at Austin Hunt still as he rolls down here into the next 90-degree turn to the right. Now we're looking up here as they work through the S's. Looking at Mark Nelson in the number 86. He gains on, trying to gain on Travis Roberto in that 777 machine. And right behind him is Chase Matsko there in the Ferrari. I only see one Corvette out here tonight, no Mustangs. Everybody's got Porsche, Ferrari, or McLaren are the three choices really here tonight that are standing out here as they work here off of the corner, heading into the final corner here onto the front straightaway. Down here in the corner number one. Drivers trying to get that draft to break apart. That's why you see them dip like that. Here through two, off of two, up there into three. Peters down 3 laps. You got Milbrad down 3 laps. McKinney down 1 lap. Milbrath ended up in the pits as well after his crash. And there in the number 45, we saw him take the spill. Peters, we saw him take the spill. Lament's not taking the grid. They roll on down through, working where they can. Up through the S. Now here off of the corner. Coming back on to turn number 2 of the NASCAR circuit. And hanging back down there into the infield once again. The top 3 drivers really close. Really battling it out here tonight. As the 3 of them really battle off, try to find out who is going to lead it here. As we got 45 minutes of a race session. They're 6 minutes in. They come storming down the front straightaway down here around the corners. And we see Mark Nelson in that number 86. Working through the corner here, trying to figure out where he's going to be able to work. He is there at the bumper of Roberto. We have the 9 and the 45 on pit road. Ignacio as well up here in 6. Trying to work his way up through. McKinney down 2 laps. Milbraz and Peters down 4. And we see MacArthur rolling down there off the corner, down in the corner number. Oh, what is that one? So we have 2 S's here tonight. Then you got a sharp left-hand turn where the 777 is coming through now. These drivers here we're looking at 4th through 6th. They come down through off that corner down here into the final corner. Heading back out onto the front stretch. Right on down, looking good here tonight. Now we had 12 drivers show they were going to take the grid, but only 11 out on track. We've got Peters now out as he is sitting there in the pit lane and out of this race. We got Milbrath and McKinney sitting in the pit road still. We got that battle, like we said, raging on here between 3rd through 6th. We got this one 1st through 3rd. As Nelson is really biting at the bit, trying to get around Travis Roberto. And there you see Chase Matsko there in the number 66 machine tonight, trying to get up there in that Ferrari to get something accomplished here tonight, trying to get up there and battle for the lead, if he can, working down here through the tight turns of Indianapolis. Joseph Spillman back here in the number 50, always seems to have been struggling here a little bit through the road course season. He's back here just trying to work through the sections of the track, currently sitting here in 8th. Patrick Warwick's back here in 7th position in a red, white, and blue Ferrari. Spillman's the only Corvette out on the speedway that we could see. And Warwick's is out here in the 7th spot in a Ferrari. Porsche back here in 6th. There you see them 3. Top 3 going along here as they work down there to the inside. Down here off the corner. Off the corner they go. Up here into the next corner. Here around. Off the corner. Back around and heading straight. Mark Nelson out there in front. Chase Matsko here in third. Jamie MacArthur heading out. Now we're heading down through, heading there off. Austin Hunn back here in fifth. Ignacio back here in sixth. Working down here off the corner. Jamie MacArthur doing what he can. Spillman comes here off the corner, heading towards the final section of the racetrack. He's down 42 seconds, so he'll be a lap down by the end of this one for sure. Now we got the leaders battling it out. You got these drivers here in fifth, sixth, and fourth, fifth, and sixth battling it out. Seventh of Patrick Warwick's all by his lonesome back here. And that WeatherTech machine. Some fast guys here in the GT3s tonight. Really trying to battle it out. Battling hard as well. Really good racing tonight. Got two groups of three, and then you got two more kind of just hanging out back towards the back a little bit. But we have Ryan Peters that had issues. He's out. We got Milbrath, who is on pit road. McCaney on pit road, and like we said, Peters out. And Laments never took the grid. Rolling down the front straightaway. Here comes Chase Matsko. See if he can get a run on. Oh no, they're putting the nope. Travis Roberto having issues in that 777. Falling back. Mark Nelson now takes the lead in that 86 machine. Here comes Chase Matsko. Up here off the corner. Mark Nelson really doing a great job as Travis Roberto and Chase Matsko try to chase him down. Jamie MacArthur back here in fourth. Ignacio back here in fifth. They head off down here in the corner. No. Down here in the next corner. I don't know. Forgive me, but I'm having trouble getting the corner numbers here tonight in the Regal Wrapz GT3 series tonight. Heading on down through, off of the corner. Now here we go. Mark Nelson in front. Travis Roberto there in second. Chase Matsko there in third. Jamie MacArthur there fourth. Ignacio Arroyo there in fifth. As we've got Ignacio working there to the inside of the 75 of Jamie MacArthur, rolling down here into this last section. Not getting quite where he needs to be. Falling in behind. Down here into fifth place is Ignacio, as he did get around the 15 of Austin Hunn. Austin Hunn back in the sixth. Ignacio really trying to work his way up there into that fourth position now. Now they head on down. Here comes the 66 of Chase Matsko. Travis Roberto up here in second. Mark Nelson rolling away with it at the moment out there in that Porsche. We got the Porsche here in second. A little bit different style if I'm looking at them right. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just the color scheme that's throwing me off. But I'm unsure, like I said. There you got that Ferrari of Chase Matsko really hammering it down there in third place. Trying to gain up there onto Roberto. Not really getting much of it, though. Ignacio and these trip. These three drivers are trying to get in there, as there goes Austin Hunt driving hard into the corner, not quite getting at the stick. Got to fall back in behind Ignacio. Now they work here off the corner, heading back out here. Through onto the final section of the racetrack. The leaders are really putting it down out here. These front three. Mark Nelson, Travis Roberto, Chase Matsko coming off the corner. Jamie MacArthur, Ignacio Arroyo, and Austin Hahn back here in 6th. Patrick Warwick's working around the racetrack here in 7th, and number 87. Got Joseph Spillman back here in 8th. They come rolling off. Doing what they can. Travis Roberto back here in 2nd. Chase Matsko in 3rd. David MacArthur here 4th with Ignacio back here 5th. Austin Hunt in 6th. All right, here we go. Down here into the corner. Here comes Chase Matsko rolling off. He's trying to catch up to the leaders. Jamie MacArthur back here in 4th. Got company there from Ignacio. They're leaving Austin on a little bit farther behind. As we're a third of the way through the race here tonight. Now, oh no, Austin Hunt, problem there. Unsure what happened to him. He just kind of lost it coming out the corner. I don't know if it just hooked and dipped or what happened. We're going to take an instant replay here. Come off. And he loses it coming off the corner. Man, oh man, hate to see that for Austin Hunt. He's in the pits trying to get repairs. We got Mark Nelson out there in front. Travis Roberto there in 2nd. Chase Matsko 3rd. Ignacio there in 4th. Jamie MacArthur back here 5th. Patrick Warwick's now up to 6th after the spill from Austin Hunt. Joseph Spillman up to 7th with the spill from Austin Hunt. They work here off the corner. Mark Nelson way out here. Here comes Travis Roberto. Here comes Chase Matsko off as well. All right, Travis Roberto back here in 2nd. We have one off track. I look to be Spillman sitting there. Pulling off track, letting leaders around. Nelson comes here through the corners. Travis Roberto back here 2nd. Chase Matsko here 3rd. Jamie MacArthur back here in 4th. Ignacio back here 5th. Patrick Warwick's back here in 6th. Joseph Spillman in 7th. Working off the corner here with Travis Roberto here in 2nd. Everybody looking good. Here comes Ignacio trying to get another run at Jamie. As Jamie MacArthur steps down here into the next corner here tonight. Coming around here. heading towards that final bend, coming towards the front straightaway. Jamie MacArthur back there in fifth with Ignacio back here in... Oh, I'm sorry. Jamie MacArthur is in fourth with Ignacio there in fifth. And they head on down through in the corner number one. Down here off the front straightaway, heading down here towards corner number one. I walk down here in the corner, into the next corner here through the S's here, heading towards the back of the racetrack. At 207 of Ignacio up the pit, but Jamie MacArthur there fourth. 45 minutes of racing. Now we're closing in here to halfway. Mark Nelson there in first, doing a great job. And here comes that 777 of Travis Roberto, trying to chase him down along with Chase Matsko. Jamie MacArthur back here in fourth. Ignacio back here in fifth. Patrick Works rolling around in sixth with Joseph Spillman back here seventh. Austin Hunt back together after his spill and back here in eighth, trying to chase down Spillman. So he's got about a lap to do so. Over here, lap number 16 tonight. Travis Roberto down here into the corner. All right, see it, 777 working here off the corner. Mark Nelson up there in front. Chase Matsko here in third. Jamie MacArthur back here fourth. Ignacio back here fifth. And Patrick, as he works down through in that Ferrari of his. Trying to find a way to get through the racetrack. As the gaps are starting to spread out. Now we're over halfway here. Halfway down, halfway to go. And driver chasing down the victory here tonight. We're looking at Travis Roberto as he's got the number 66 of Chase Matsko chasing him down. Work down here off the corner onto that front stretch once again. Mark Nelson already onto the center. Have Travis Roberto down here in the pits for his midway pit stop. Mark Nelson works there off the corner, heading back around towards the front straightaway as the 87 is working through the final turns here. Patrick Works, he brings it to pit road. A different, interesting way that you have to hit pit road here at Indianapolis Road Course. It's right off of the corner here, that final corner. There you kind of see how it dips down there. That'd be the, wait a moment here. We'll see if anybody else takes pit road. Looks like the 66 of Chase Batsko is getting ready to do so possibly as he slowed up, or that could be just for that corner. Yeah, so, I mean, the 87 definitely came in. That's Patrick Works. More come in, trying to find out where they're at on the speedway. I would see the 75 there of Jamie MacArthur. He's rolling around here. Off that corner, heading back around. I'm trying to figure out where the pit road entrance might start. Driver come down here. Ignacio here up to fourth. David MacArthur here in third now. Drivers work around here. The 87 of Patrick Works rolling off of pit road. If we get any more takers. Got a 45 back there, Robert Milbrath. The 86 there, Mark Nelson. And MacArthur, they haven't made pit stops yet. Ignacio back here in fourth. Work here off that corner, heading down here through the final stretch, or final section rather. Work off. Here comes the 50 of Joseph Spillman in. Now you have to catch it, I guess, off of that corner there, if I'm looking at it right. As Chase Mansell comes around here, you got the 45 of Robert Milbrath right in front of him. Oh, yeah, there. I think I saw the entrance there. There you got the 87 and 75. Jamie MacArthur. Chase Matsko is in the pit road. Getting it down to speed. Here comes that 15 of Austin Hunt. Three drivers still have yet to make it on the pit road. Chase Matsko being one of them. He's currently rolling through turn 3 and 4. These drivers are working here off the corner. David MacArthur, he's going to dip it into pit road. All right, 15 minutes of racing left to go. Chase Matsko here in fourth. Mark Nelson now brings it to pit road. And the 207 of Ignacio bringing it to pit road. A little bit squirrely coming on the pit road, but he brings it to pit road nonetheless. I work here off the corner, heading down here in through the S's goes MacArthur. Berto up here in second. Chase Matsko there third. Mark Nelson out in front. Great job there for him. He's held on to the lead and overthrew his pit stop cycle. Ignacio dropped back down to fourth as he's made his pit stop. A little longer than possibly maybe it should be. Unless you got kind of an unsafe entrance or something, which is possible. Now we're looking at Travis Roberto there in second place, 777 machine. Everybody's made their one stop. Joseph Spillman ended up having issues once again. Try to get it back underway. Mark Nelson coming through the turns back here. Austin Hahn did get around Spillman. Now see if he can catch up to Warwick's. He's about a lap away from that as well. Or 3/4 of a lap, I should say. And on down here into the first corner once again with Travis Roberto. All right, off the corner, heading back out here. We're looking here at the 777. And they come down here to the final stretch, final section of the racetrack once again. Now we're slowly coming down to 10 minutes to go here shortly, about a minute away from that. I work on down here out of the corner. Travis Roberto here in second. Mark Nelson way out front. We got Chase Matsko there in third as he's trying to chase down Roberto. Matsko misjudged the turn. Now to get it back underway, collect himself again. Up the corner he goes. Up here through the start. Up here through, heading towards the start-finish line now goes Chase Matsko and Travis Roberto. Mark Nelson out here chasing down a lap machine, trying to see who that might be. That is the 50 of Spillman. All right, off the corner they go. Mark Nelson out there in front. Travis Berto there second. Chase Matsko here third. Under 10 minutes to go here. Well, under 9 minutes, soon to be 8 minutes to go here in the Regal Wrapz Road Series here for the Freedom Motorsport Alliance. Head on down here through the next corner. We're looking there at the the 15 of Austin Hunt as the Ignacio gets around him, who's certainly sitting in fourth. Chase Matsko in third. Travis Berto there second. Mark Nelson out there in front. And drivers doing what they can here to try to gain positions. Chase Matsko there third. Ignacio back here in fourth. Jamie MacArthur in fifth. Patrick Works back here sixth. Austin Hunt in seventh. Joseph Spillman in eighth. Now they head on down through here. Travis Berto up here in second. Chase Matsko there third. Ignacio back here fourth. Jimmy MacArthur here fifth. Patrick Warwick's back here in sixth. Heading back around here onto the front straightaway comes Roberto. And hot on his heels is Chase Matsko here. Rolling down here. Looks like we got about a minute 25 for a lap time. About a minute 26. Well, just call it a minute and a half just to be on the safe side here. So, minute and a half, that's 3 minutes. Another minute and a half, that's 4.5. That's three laps. Maybe got about 4 laps to remain here in the GT3 race tonight. Head on back down here out of the corner into the front stretch comes Mark Nelson. Mark Nelson's working around the back stretch. Heading out onto that back section before working into the final corners. Here comes Chase Matsko. He works there up into the same area. Ignacio coming across the start-finish line right now. And here comes Mark Nelson as he works down here into the final section. Trying to stay ahead of Chase Matsko, this is your biggest battle going on the racetrack right now. We got the 15 of Austin Hunt and Jamie MacArthur coming together here. And Austin Hunt down a lap to Jamie MacArthur. Like I said, this is your closest battle on the speedway right now for position. Now we've got about 5 minutes to go here tonight for the FMA Regal Wrapz and Designs Road Series. Hopefully everybody enjoys the racing that we bring here at FFTv on the pole. Hopefully we can bring more on the pole action here this week. We got the Cup Series here from FMA on Wednesday night. And on Thursday night is Coast to Coast. We head on down through here. Dave MacArthur back here in fifth. Patrick Warwick's here in sixth. Austin Hunt in seventh. Joseph Spillman there in eighth. I head on through here. Chase Matsko in third. With Ignacio back here in fourth. 4 minutes remaining here in this race. As you see Chase Matsko getting around Travis Roberto. We've been watching that battle kind of closely as he got finally a run on him. Was able to get around to second place. Roberto might not be too thrilled about that as they head back down here through the start-finish line area. Down into corner number 1. Travis Roberto out of Woodbury, Minnesota. And Chase Matsko out of Saxburg, PA. Just trying to make it to the end as it stands right now. Nelson out front pretty much has this one in hand. As long as he doesn't mess anything up, it's his race to lose, as what some would say at a moment like this. As Chase Matsko and them are just coming out of the S-bends, coming down that straightaway, heading towards where Nelson is. Nelson's already up through the next set of S's, coming here through, heading to start the final section of the speedway. I'd say about 2 laps remaining for for Mark Nelson, which in turn would mean 2 laps to go for Chase Matsko and Travis Roberto, and drivers following. Everything else out of Pierre, South Dakota. Great job out there in front. Here comes Chase Matsko, and oh no, they come together through the corner. Not quite what they wanted to happen. They both keep it together now, underway once again. Roberto trying to get up there to Chase Matsko. Pretty good sportsman there for Travis Roberto, not to give him back his spot for the moment. They come racing here towards the end. Mark Nelson's out front, putting some laps in. Most likely it'll be 1 lap to go when they come back across the line. Now we're coming down to about 1.5 minutes, soon to be left. 15 seconds away from 1.5 minutes remaining in the FMA Regal Wrapz and Designs GT3 Road Series here tonight. Off the corner here at Indianapolis Road Course. They head on down through here. Travis Roberto there in third. Ignacio back here in 4th, with Jamie MacArthur back here 5th. As Chase and Travis still battle it out here. We're going to head through the corners, heading down in that final section. White flag, I'm assuming, will be in the air for Chase Matsko as he comes around, because there's less than 1 minute to go when he comes across the line. So I'm assuming white flag will be in the air. Keep an eye on that flagman there to the left side of your screen, or now to the right side of your screen. Come on down through there. I believe the white flag is waving. Yes, it is. There it is. You can see it there waving. A white flag in the air for these drivers. They head down here into corner number 1 once again for the final time. Chase Matsko trying to stay ahead of Travis Roberto. Roberto gets a good run here into corner number 1. Not quite good enough. Travis Roberto ends up falling back a little bit. Now he's going to try to chase down Chase again as he works down there through off of the corner, heading here into corner number 4 or thereabouts. Now we got Matsko working up through the other S's. Matsko pretty much going to have this race in hand. McKinney out, Meters out, Lemensk out. Everybody else on track, just laps down. 5 cars on the lead lap. Chase Matsko out here in second. Travis Roberto there in third as they try to work on down through here. Off the corner, Ignacio off of the turn 4. Jamie MacArthur off of 5th. Or here in 5th. They work down here. Matsko working off the final corner, coming down across the line. It's going to be Matsko for the win. And now, who's going to finish here second and third? These two drivers battle it out hard coming to the line. Chase Matsko and Travis Roberto battling it hard the last 5 laps. Trying to get something up here. And ended up getting together there on one of the laps coming to the end of the race. But great racing there by these two. Ignacio now comes around. He's finishing up his laps. He comes around. 50 having a little bit of connection issue there of Spillman. Spillman comes off the corner. You got the 87 there of Patrick Works coming off. Taking the checkered flag. And here comes Ignacio off the final corners. Here comes Mark Nelson down there in the pit road, coming down to victory lane. And everybody has finished here. Waiting for the final results to come in. Final results tonight. Mark Nelson winning the race here with Chase Matsko there in second. Travis Roberto there in third. Ignacio there fourth. Jamie MacArthur fifth. Patrick Works there sixth. Austin Hunn there seventh. Joseph Spillman there in eighth. Robert Milbrat there in ninth. Randy McCaney there in 10th. Ryan Peters finishes tonight in 11th. With Michael Leminsk there in 12th, not taking the grid. Let's see what we got going on here. Where are you all at? All right, so now we got to figure this out here. Travis Roberto not here and for an interview. See, when we got Chase Matsko, I'm almost positive. Good evening, Chase. How's it going?
Good. How about you?
Oh, it's going well. Pretty tough battling there with Travis tonight.
Yeah, it was good. It was a fun time. First 10 laps, there was three of us going at it pretty hard, and then Mark pulled away, but it was still a good battle for second.
Well, it didn't seem like nobody had anything for Nelson again tonight.
No, the tire wear was a big issue. That's the first time in my life I ever had a spotter tell me to watch my tires, so. I think my tires were like at 40% by the end of that.
And I thought I heard some of you guys talking before the race, some of you GT3 guys talking, like you don't always take tires in this race.
No, sometimes you usually have time to take two for the pit stop for the fuel. If you take four, you lose about 6 seconds in the pits, so you don't want to do that. So, but this time I took two rear tires because I was sliding a lot, and it helped with that in the second half of the race.
Well, you did a great job getting out there in second place. And do you have any sponsors or shout-outs you want to do for finishing here tonight in second?
No, just shouting out the league, trying to get some more people to join the GT3 League on Mondays. If you want to join, message us.
You suggest what?
Oh, no, just message us, sorry. That's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw you and Travis get together a little bit there on one of the laps, and just kind of shows out the sportsmanship that you guys have, because he could have just kept pushing through and taking that spot away from you, but he kind of just stopped and let you get going too. And you guys continued to battle it out.
Yeah, he said just reset it, so I let him catch up a little bit when I straightened up, and we just kept going. It was a fun time. We had a big enough gap behind us, so it really didn't matter.
No, you guys were pretty much battling second and third. You didn't have to worry about fourth place at all. And I don't know what Nelson did to his car, but he seemed to bring the railroad tracks again.
Oh yeah, I think he just had tire wear down because we could keep up with him for a little bit, but I think he was saving his tires better than the rest of us for sure.
I noticed something else tonight, and I found interesting is there was no Fords out there tonight.
Yeah, no, I brought out the old Ferrari this week. I asked everybody if we can do that, and me and Patrick ran the old Ferrari 488 today, so because I don't like the new one, but it was pretty fun.
Well, I know you kind of help along with myself here, and I can't thank you guys enough for that or help admitting the league. But do you have any thoughts or what would your hopes be to try to gain more interest here in the GT3s?
I think we just got to do some recruitment races and just post on some social media and stuff because a lot of people in this league are Louisville people, obviously. So we got to try to get some people that like to do both or just do road.
Well, I know finding drivers to do off the wall things is difficult too. So I mean, you got to show them that it's fun. I mean, and that's the biggest thing.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Maybe Monday nights don't work for people too. I'll have to put a poll up and see what people say if Monday nights don't work for them, and see if maybe we can figure out something with you and broadcasting or putting a different night. We'll see.
Alrighty, well, congrats again on second place, and we'll keep our ears in the future. And you got any other shout outs you want to give here tonight?
No, that's all. Have a good night, man.
Alrighty, you have yourself a great night.
You too.
Alrighty, that was our second place driver. Now we're getting with our victory lane winner, Mark Nelson. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, Adam. How are you?
I'm doing well. Victory lane must feel pretty good, or are you going to start calling it home?
Yeah, it was, well, it would be nice to call it home. Honestly, I didn't know that I would ever get a win in this league, but I'm pretty happy with the result. I had a pretty good run going last week at Watkins Glen, choked, threw it away. Had a really good run going at Las Vegas on Wednesday, choked, threw it away. So I just needed to quit choking on my own stupidity.
It's easy to do. It's easy to do, especially whenever you're getting close to the end and your anxiety and your nerves are really starting to amp up because you know that it's possibly coming, and yeah. I know I've been in that situation a few times.
Travis really had me going there at the beginning. I didn't know if I would be able to pass him, if I'd be able to a little faster than him. I felt really good in practice, but I just didn't want to take any chances those first 2 or 3 laps. It took me like 5 or 6 laps in practice before I actually made a clean lap. So I was pretty timid on the first couple laps there. I was like, just don't choke again, not 3 times in a row, and was able to get back up past Travis.
Well, the one thing is, and I've noticed this with not just, road racing and stuff, you want to get them tires warmed up. If you try to hit them hard too early, that's when I seem to notice that I personally have issues. And I've seen other drivers have that same type of issue when the tires are just getting up to temp.
Well, absolutely. Anybody that does road regularly knows that tires are pretty dangerous on the first couple of laps. And, you wouldn't know it sometimes when I see what they do going into turn 1 on the first lap. But, I'm always trying to be pretty careful. And then once I feel like I have enough heat in them, that's when I start to actually push and try to go fast. Before that, I'm just trying to survive.
Right. I know I've done a few time trials with different road cars, and that seems to be what I always do is I usually take a lap or 2 to get the heat in the tires and then try to really take off.
And the thing with this track that's really wild is that you don't typically see a lot of heat in the road car tires, but because of all the really high-speed right-hand corners that were on this track, I think I looked down at my left front maybe, and it was 210 at one point in the race. And you really don't want it to get over 200 in these cars, or else you could start damaging it. So I started backing it down just a little bit, and I got it a little bit closer to 200 just to make sure that I didn't create any issues.
Yeah, I heard some of the drivers, Chase was mentioning to us that tire wear was a big thing here tonight.
Yeah, it might have been for him. I was still about 80 or more or better on all 4 tires when I came in with about 15 minutes to go. So I'm probably sitting somewhere in the 70% area. But I was kind of trying to take care of him as well, just because I didn't need to be pushing as I was pulling away a little bit. So he might have been pushing.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said you might have been managing your tires a little bit better than what he was.
I must have. That's something that I tend to be pretty good at. I'm kind of a long-run driver, and I don't know if you remember back to Las Vegas, but it kind of showed there if I wouldn't have choked and thrown it away. But I was kind of pulling up and passing people towards the end of a tire run because that's just in my nature. I don't know what it is.
Well, that's good. That means you're easy on the throttle.
Yeah. Or I just don't know how to go 100%. And it works out in my favor. Maybe one of the
Or a little of both.
two. We'll go with that.
But congrats on getting your win here tonight. Hopefully you can take it on with you as we hit another track next week. Trying to see where we're at. We're going to Charlotte next week, I think.
Oh, goody. Walls. Love them.
Yeah,
Lots of walls.
Yeah, I think we're going to the Charlotte Roval.
Yep, that sounds right to me.
So, should be a fun time.
Yeah, well, if we can behave ourselves, most of us will finish.
You saying that you got some drivers that might not want to pay, play nice?
I'm just saying that we may just be trying to run along and race each other, and next thing we know, the wall's like, I want to play.
Oh, no, racetracks don't have walls that like to play too.
I don't like ovals, or I don't like road courses that have walls, especially when they're on both sides. I was scared of the straightaway walls on the track.
So then you must really hate the streets of Chicago.
Oh, I don't care for them much, no. Or Detroit. Or Long Beach.
Yeah, which one is it? What do they call that? The Chicago road course or street course, whatever it is. Almost like a figure eight type of track, but it's not.
Yep. There's a little bridge, and so you drive over top of yourself every lap.
No, they actually come together at the same intersection.
What? Man, I've been lucky.
They do come together. Well, because there's a wall that separates them.
Yeah.
You're making left-hand turns at that four-way intersection.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not crisscrossing the intersection. You're making left-hand turns at it. But if you take a aerial view, you're sitting at a four-way intersection.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. I might have been having it confused with a different track. I was probably thinking of Suzuka or something like that, because I know that when you drive over top of the rest of the track.
There's a bunch of road courses where you drive over top of yourself. But congrats again on your win here tonight. Any other sponsors or shout-outs you want to give here tonight?
Just, again, same old with me. I appreciate anybody that watches these streams, supports you, supports me. Thanks to my wife for her support.
All right, well, congrats, and we'll see you next week if we don't see you at Wednesday night in the Cups.
Sounds good. Thanks, Adam.
All righty, have yourself a great night.
You too.
All right, that was Mark Nelson, our winner here tonight. Great job here by all the drivers getting it done as we head off the air. Please thank you, everyone, for watching, and we hope to see you here on another night of racing. Thank you so much for coming out and watching.